Good day, viewers all over the world. You are welcome to Contd online class. So we want to continue with set theory. So we continue with definition of terms. Let's continue with our definition of terms. Today we are starting with finite. We are starting with finite and infinite. Finite and infinite sets. What do we understand by finite and infinite sets? So a finite set is a set that has a specific number of elements. When we talk about finite sets, it is a set that has a specific number of elements. For instance, let's say A is a finite set. Then inside A, we are going to have something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, in this case now, A consists of 5 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these are specific elements. So when we talk about finite set, it's a set that has a specific number of elements. That is what we understand by finite set. But let's denote set B, infinite set as set B. A, let's say A is finite. So now let's say B is infinite. So what is the difference between finite and infinite? When you talk about infinite set is a set that does not have a specific number of elements. So in case of infinite set, it does not have a specific number of elements. For instance, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, dot, dot, dot. Dot 3 dot simply means and so on. So in this case now, we cannot predict the number of elements that we have in B because we only show 4 elements and so on. But in A, there are 5 elements. So A is an example under finite set with specific number of elements. Why B in this case now is an example of infinite set that does not have a specific number of elements. So in A, we can know the cardinality of A, that's the number of elements in A, but we cannot predict the cardinality of elements in B. So please, let's understand all these definitions before we go into calculation. Then the second definition of terms that we are going to talk about today is what is called the cardinality of a set. What do we understand by the cardinality of a set? Cardinality of a set, this is the number of elements in that set. Cardinality of a set simply means the number of elements that we have in a set. For instance, if you look at the finite example that we gave here, hey, it is denoted, cardinality of A is denoted as n of A. This is the cardinality of A. So how many elements do we have in A? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5. So the cardinality of A is 5. But can we know the cardinality of B? Cardinality of B is unknown. Is unknown because it is impossible to know the cardinality of an infinite set that does not have specific number of elements. We cannot know the cardinality. But in A, we can actually know the cardinality. The cardinality of A is because A has a specific number of elements. There are 5 elements in A. So the cardinality of A is 5. But the cardinality of B is unknown because we don't know the specific number of elements that we have there. So it will be very difficult to actually know that. Then another definition we are going to talk about is the union. The union of sets. So, and this is the third definition that we are going to do today. Then we call it a day. So, given two sets A and B, the union of two sets A and B is the set which consists of elements that are in A or B or both. That is why we talk about union between two elements A and B. What is the meaning of the union between two elements A and B? So if you have two sets A and B, the union of two sets A and B is the set which consists of elements that are in A or B or both. Let me just give an example to make this point clearer. Let's say A consists of 1, 3, 4, 5. This is A. Then we have set B that it consists of 2, 4, 6. This is B. So what is the union between A union B? A union B, what are we going to have in A union B? A union B simply means element that you have in A, or you have in B, or you have in both without repetition. For instance, A union B in this case will just be 1. We have 1 here, we don't have in B. We have 2 in B, we don't have in A, we pick 2. We have 3 in A, we don't have in B, we pick 3. We have 4 in both, we are going to pick it. We have 5. We have 5 in A, we don't have in B, we pick 5. Then we have 6 in B, we don't have in A, we pick 6. So the union of A union B are these 6 elements. They are the elements that you have in A or B or both. And that is the definition of the union of a set. Thank you.